As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge, and love for my nation, with a vision of transforming India into a developed nation, I am joining Shobhit University. What about you?
Very good morning to all the participants from India and abroad. Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, Meerut, deemed to be university, and it's a centers of excellence, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, and Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies. Extend greetings to all the participants from India and abroad who are attending today's national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture. This webinar is being hosted on every Thursday at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Today is 7th April 2022. This webinar is on the very important topic, Vision 2025, Agriculture and Allied Sectors Viewpoint. On behalf of the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, the faculty members of the university, and on my behalf, and as Professor Emeritus and Chairman of the Centers of Excellence, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Applications, Center for Industry 4.0 Studies and Application, and Center for Health Informatics and Computing. We welcome today's guest speaker to deliver the talk in the 72nd edition of this national webinar series, Dr. Shivakumar Magada. Good morning. And he is a professor and dean of College of Fisheries, Mangalore, Karnataka Veterinary, Animal and Fisheries Sciences University, Bidar. For the benefits of the participants and the guest speaker, so far under this webinar series, the university has organized 71 lectures on very important topic. Let me tell the title of the topic. It will be very much useful and will facilitate for research scholars to undertake a lot of study. Role of agriculture cooperative societies and e-governance. Blockchain technology-based fishery value chain. A self-contained village, a felt need of the day. Spices informatic network value chain. Lantana camera, a camouflaged treasure trove. Smart hill agriculture, a digitalized hill agriculture value system. I think there is some talk, the mic can be muted from other side. Mera mobile, Mera marketing, integrated mariculture, aquaponics, and precision agriculture, MAPA biofarms for income revolution. Smart tribal agriculture, optimizing value chain, digital agri-tech and industry perspective. Land resources information system in India, present and road ahead. Weather decision technologies for increasing farm income. Big data in smart farming. Sustainable soil and land management for climate smart agriculture. Understanding market dynamics for increasing farm income. Role of technologies in mitigating crop risk. How to generate additional profit via simple, attractive approaches in farm produce. Adoption of flexi rubber check dam technology, potential benefits for farmers in rain-fed and coastal agro ecosystems. Realizing the economic benefits of agroforestry, Octosol, organic humic solutions for increasing crop yields and quality while increasing farm income and improving soil health. Closing the nutrient loop, phosphorus management in protein farming, improving nutrient use efficiency and farm productivity. Artificial intelligence enabled pest management technology for agriculture crop protection without pesticides. Empowering farmers through extension and knowledge dissemination, role of mass media, smart poultry monitoring solutions, agrobiodiversity, intellectual property laws, agriculture and farmers' welfare, and insight into the issues for Indian agrarian economy, manufacture and application of biochar for increased soil fertility and crop productivity, sustainable integration of livestock with agriculture for farm income increase. Role of geographical indications, on improving farmers' income, lessons from Asia Pacific region. Dairy Informatics Network Value Chain, a dairy tech startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Spices Informatics Network Value Chain, a turmeric startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Generating sustainable on-farm income through fintech intervention. Nutrition sensitive agriculture, pathway for increasing farmer income. Artificial intelligence and data analytics to ensure optimal nutrition in the soil. Harvested food that minimizes human disease. Bioenergy supply chain, a business opportunity for rural enterprises and farmer producer organization. Tech enabling India's tech-starved farmers for manifold increase in productivity and income. Role of mass media for farmers' income increase, a case study from Green TV. Agriculture Stack, open source digital infrastructure for the agriculture ecosystem, a Linux Foundations project. Certified bioeconomy towards resilience, urgent need for redefining raw materials and modified waste management policies and regulations. Agri-tech new horizon in Indian agriculture, supporting of farmers for marketing will only help doubling farmers' income by 2022. Rural transformation for farmers' income increase, case studies from impoverished district. Mobile-enabled software as a service to solve complex supply chain challenges, a case study from daily audits. Jantirai's journey in India, integrated precision agriculture solutions. Doubling the income of farmers through eco-agri revolution. Bayer's carbon farming solutions initiatives. Post-production initiative, maximizing value for farmers. BAIF models of revival of traditional water management systems to enable doubling of farmers' income. Should we adopt farmers' welfare as a new paradigm instead of farmers' income? ICT intervention in agriculture, challenges and opportunities. Democratizing the future of farming, a global experience. Commercial processing of orders, next game changer in dairying. Data-driven agriculture and agri-tech startup perspective. Agribusiness potentials in Moringa. Agriculture income pathways, strengthening links between agriculture activities and nutrition outcome. Technology, education, research and rehabilitation for the environment. Cultivating dignity for farmers. Model village development program, a case study from Maharashtra. Market-driven agriculture, need for a development of crop-specific strategies at block level. Farmers collective with value addition, powerful business model for income increase for small and marginal farmers. Lessons from Operation Flood for transforming agriculture and food systems. Sustainable food production, agriculture marketing in India, defects therein and remedial measures, if any. Small-scale fisheries and their contribution to rural livelihoods, case study from developing countries. Impacting lives through livelihood promotion and value chain development, case study from Vritti Impact Model. Organic spices cultivation for doubling of farmers' income in northeastern region of India, a value chain analysis. Agriculture exports management, imperatives of integrating with the global value chain at the earliest. Agriculture value chain challenges and opportunities. Dairy husbandry of food securities and national prosperity. Mushroom cultivation, a way towards self-reliance from agriculture waste and providing nutritional food security to the nation. Subhas Palekar, natural farming, future of farming rooted in Indian tradition. Today is the 72nd edition of this national webinar series, which will be addressed by Dr. Shivakumar Magada, Professor and Dean, College of Fisheries, Mangalore, Karnataka Veterinary, Animal and Fisheries Science University, Bidar, on very important topic, Vision 25, Agriculture and Allied Sectors Viewpoint. The Acharya Vinoba Bhave said, India is largely an agrarian economy, Krishi Pradhan Desh, and a country of villages, Kram Pradhan Desh, more than 6.25 lakhs villages. Farmers of India are facing multidimensional problems, price fluctuation, debt, and lack of infrastructure and weather. Climate-aligned business is the way forward for India's companies. Business are becoming increasingly vulnerable to climate risk. And according to the findings from Council on Energy, Environment and Water, its recent climate vulnerability index, 463 of India's districts, which are home to 968 million people, are extremely vulnerable to climate events. Indian farming community comprises of about 14.5 crores operational holdings, of which 85% farmers are small and marginal operational holders. Farmer needs timely, location-specific, and personalized information for effective control on their production, risk, and then market their produce to identified market opportunities. We are we are in the process of establishing or developing future smart farmers. This is necessary and it's an urgency of democratizing for foresight. Honorable Prime Minister, in his Independence Day address on 15th August 2021, he said, I quote, "In the coming years, we will have to increase the collective power of the small farmers of the country. We have to give them new facilities. They must become the country's pride. Chota Kisan Bane Desh Ki Shaan." He also said it on 28th February 2016 while addressing the farmers' rally in Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. He said that my dream is to see farmers double their income by 2022 when the country completes 75 years of independence. We have, after that, the national committee was set up on doubling farmers' income by 2022, which has submitted its report in September 2018. I was closely associated with formulation of this report in two volumes, Volume 11 and Volume 12B. Volume 11 is on empowering the farmers through extension and knowledge dissemination. And then Volume 12B is exclusively devoted for digital technology in agriculture. It recommends 7 mission board programs. It is accepted by the government. And to briefly, I would like to mention to the participants that one is digitalized agriculture, digital technology and innovation in agriculture, synergization of Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, and Startup India programs for transformational reforms in agriculture sector through smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart tribal farming. Digitalized agromet advisories and agricultural risk management solutions. Digitalized agricultural resources information system and micro-level planning for achieving smart village and smart farming. Digitalized value chain for about 400 agriculture commodities. And digitalized access to inputs, technology, knowledge, skill, agricultural finance, credit, marketing, and agribusiness management to farmers. Integrated land and water management system. Digitalized integrated land and water management system and digitalized farm health management for reduction of farmers' loss. This is very important. It is $1 trillion economy, data economy. It talks about integrated farmers' health, plant health, animal health, fish health, water health, and environmental health. As of today, these are all verticals. And if this is done on a location specific, and the India need not go for a lockdown in near future. Atmanirbhar Bharat, it is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to make India a self-reliant economy based on 5 I's: intent, inclusion, investment, infrastructure, and innovation. And based on 5 pillars: quantum jump in economy, infrastructure, one that represents modern India, and the system 21st century technology driven, vibrant demography, and demand whereby the strength of our demand and supply chain should be utilized to full capacity. Vocal for local and make in India for global. These reforms have been systematic, planned, integrated, interconnected, and futuristic for creating strong enterprises, generating employment, and robust supply chain. And in the Atmanirbhar Bharat, in agriculture, third tranche of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, the government has announced 1.5 lakh crore as the booster for the agriculture sector, stimulus fund. 1 lakh crore for agriculture cooperative societies, farmer produce organization, and startups for boosting farm gate infrastructures. 10,000 crores for formalization of micro food enterprises and for following cluster-based farming approach. 20,000 crores for Prime Minister's Matsya Sambada Yojana to pay way for additional fish production of 70 lakh tons over 5 years, and so on and so forth. And now the government has come out with another strategic plan, that is Amrit Kaal led up to at 100 for the next 25 years. That is New India 75 at 75 to India at 100. I would like to quote from the speech of Honorable Finance Minister, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman on 1st February 2022, para 5. By achieving certain goals during the Amrit Kaal, our government aimed to attain the vision. They are completing the macro level growth focus with a microeconomic level all-inclusive welfare focus. With a microeconomic level all-inclusive welfare focus. This is where today's topic is very important. Promoting digital economy and fintech, technology-enabled development, energy transition, and climate action. Relying on virtuous cycle starting from private investment with the public capital investment helping to crowd in private investment. They also given a blueprint for Amrit Kaal, which is futuristic and inclusive. This will directly benefit our youth, women, farmers, the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Big public investment for modern infrastructure, readying for India at 100, moving towards on this parallel track. And the following, 4 priorities. Prime Minister's Gadi Shakti, inclusive development, productivity enhancement and investment, sunrise operation opportunities, energy transition and climate action, and financing of investment. For the delivery of digital and high-tech services to the farmers with involvement of public sector research and extension institutions, along with private agri-tech players and stakeholders of agri-value chain, a scheme in PPP mode will be launched. And digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood, Desh Stack e-portal. And now let us come that today's topic is Vision 2025 Agriculture and Allied Sectors Viewpoint. Let me inform the audience some of the related details. We have been since 2000 onwards, we have been having strategic plan document Vision 2020 headed by our former President of India, and that time he was the principal scientific advisor to Government of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and Professor Y.S. Rajan for India Vision 2020. He focused the following areas: agriculture and food processing, aimed at doubling the present production of agriculture and food processing. Infrastructure with reliable electric power, providing urban amenities to rural areas and increasing solar power operations. Education and health care, directed towards literacy, social security, and overall health for the population. Information and communication technology for increased e-governance to promote education in rural remote areas, telecommunication, and telemedicine. Critical technologies and strategic industries, the growth of nuclear technology, space technology, and defense technology. He also said it that India, outlined among others, India competing ably and thriving in the world economy by innovating, manufacturing, and trading high quality and high tech products across international borders, international boundaries, for which he has given an action plan. This can be possible by training the engineers and technologists to international standards. Training the engineers and technologists to international standards. Encouraging them to innovate by rewarding them and their institutions with both real and physical income. Integrating technology with cultural, social, an economic development process, and maximizing employment through appropriate technology. This is from India Vision Document 2020. Vision India 2025. Will the elephant dance? Dr. Shivakumar, your video is off. Vision 2025. Will the elephant dance? I would like to quote from one of the articles of Professor R. Rao. He talks about Vision India 2025. Will the elephant dance? It is published in the, in PM World Journal, Volume 8, Issue 1, January 2019. It is reproduced. And he said the vision of transforming India into an US $5 trillion economy by 2025 has provided a strategic direction to all the sectors in India, and they are engaged in designing their roadmaps for sustainable growth. Every sector, they are engaged in designing their roadmaps for sustainable growth. Many futuristic vision documents, central level departments, state level departments, this is going on from 2011, have been published in India at the country or state levels and by various agencies. Most well-known of them is India Vision 2020. Translating the vision into reality is a real challenge considering the complexity, issues, and size of the nation. Various programs, missions, and initiatives have been in place, have been launched since NDA government took charge in 2014. This could be classified under two categories: enabling category and direct category. Enabling category is Make in India, ease of doing business, and JAM Trinity, Jantan account, Aadhaar, and mobile. And direct one is that, the Swachh Bharat, Abhiyan, and e-business, and, defense corridors, industrial corridors. And, infrastructure, power, connecting India, educating, training the Indian workforce, hygiene infrastructure, marketing India, and manufacturing. Then we also have other ecosystems: Digital India 2015, Make in India 2015, Startup India 2015, Skill India 2015, Atmanirbhar Bharat 2020, and Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022, and Mission 2022, which also have to be seen to establish Agriculture 4.0, Industry 4.0, and Society 5.0. Society 5.0 comes from Japan, Industry 4.0 has come from Germany, and Agriculture 4.0 should go from India. I would like to quote some of the documents. Vision Nagaland 2025 document, which was produced in 2012, which gives a very important recommendation. I do not know. I purposely wanted to put it to the audience and also to our guest speaker, if possible, to react and also give his viewpoints. In this document, Vision Nagaland 2025 document, the vision is prosperity through agriculture, food for all, focusing on food security, and say that land and water are the two most vital natural resources. And it emphasizes, with respect to Nagaland is concerned, this is rainwater harvesting and creating irrigation potential. It is very important. It talks about 15 areas, 2012. Now it is 2022, 10 years. Capacity building of farmers, as well as extension professional. Use of quality seeds, fertilizer, and other agrochemicals, and make them available to the doorstep of the farmers. Establishing agro-service centers, constructing of all-weather roads to connect to production centers to markets, creation of commodity-specific production zone, encouraging development of agripreneurs, ensuring easy availability of farm credit, construction of rural warehouses and cold storage, encouraging maximum possible settled cultivations of suitable agri-horticulture crops such as rainfed cereals, fodders, vegetables, and fruit crops in hilly region in areas traditionally under June, adopting steps to increase pickery, goatery, cattle rearing, poultry, duckery for maximizing meat production through breed improvement, increasing the availability of chicks of layer and broiler birds in the state by establishing hatchery units, increasing commercial cattle rearing for the development of dairy sector, utilizing available water bodies and low-lying areas for fish production, assured availability of fish seed with the onset of fish production season. Then we have Icr Vision 2030, and which is also produced in 2011. Vision: ensure food and income security for all through technological innovation and sustainable agriculture. Mission: harness power of science and education with a human touch for higher and sustainable agriculture production. Focus: to accomplish the vision and mission of ICR, it gives the highest priority to the farmers and entire strategy is based on farmer first. And it determined to continuously strive hard to transform the existing national agricultural research system into a vibrant national agricultural innovation systems, promote innovations, strengthen institutional capacity, act as a catalyst, promote adoption and preparedness of meeting climate change challenge, foster repositories of genetic resources, improve knowledge management system, facilitate quarantine, develop and facilitate gradual replacement of pesticides, reform agriculture education and extension systems, and foster linkages and collaboration with the public and private, national and international organizations. Feature of Indian agriculture and food system, and from the Omniware Venture Capitalist 2030. They say that it should be reformed, disrupted, and rebuilt. Why? Agriculture must become profitable for India's 130 million farmers and their families. Farmers must be more resilient, capable of thriving from season to season. India's food system must produce more than just calories and deliver complete nutrition for all. Environmental impact for agriculture must be reduced and sustainable solutions prioritized. And we have, strategy for New India at 75. And this is to build New India by 2022 report. It has identified 41 sectors under 4 sections. In each sector: driver, infrastructure, inclusion, and governance. 4 broad area. And in the doubling farmers' income, that policies and governance, this report, Niti Aayog report, talks about objective: create a policy environment that enables income security for farmers while maintaining India's food security, enables income security for farmers, encourage the participation of private sector in agriculture development to transition from agriculture to agribusiness system, promote through government policies the emergence of agripreneurs so that even small and marginal farmers can capture a higher share of value addition from farm gate to fork. This is that New India at 75. And also talks about way for innovation. Several breakthroughs have been achieved which have clear potential for quickly doubling farmers' income. They're all talking about how to double farmer income. One is that recorded success of zero budget natural farming by Subhash Palekar. It is now being adopted across the country and providing notable increase in farmers' net income by sharply reducing costs of production, improving incomes by raising yields, and improving the quality of agricultural produce. 2, there are patented herbal inputs that improve soil quality and make plants more pest resistant. These herbal inputs, for which actual performance data is now available for a few thousand farmers, need to be applied across the country. 3, Rapid progress has also been made in organic farming techniques, which have also helped to improve income of cultivators and dairy farmers. They should be carefully examined for possible application across the country. The role of agri-chemicals, achieving the vision of $5 trillion economy by 2025. The 9th Agrochemical Conference 2020 talks about that agricultural inputs like seeds, fertilizer, and agrochemicals play a major role in improving agricultural output. Agrochemical industry plays a significant role in improving agricultural yields by preventing loss incurred due to pests and diseases. We also have Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations and Agenda 2030, which tells the future we want. 17 Sustainable Development Goals and 169 targets to be achieved. Today, we are going to have the speaker from an organization, from a college of fisheries, from an university, which has the motto, which I liked it, rural oriented, farmer friendly, and animal wealth is nation's wealth. And I have not seen many of the universities to project it that this is the motto, and all our scientists and academician researchers have to work through that. That's why I thought that before I introduce the speaker, I thought that let me tell the audience their motto. Rural oriented, farmer friendly, and animal wealth is nation's wealth. Let us now turn to the address by Dr. Shivakumar Magada, Professor and Dean, College of Fisheries, Mangalore, Karnataka Veterinary, Animal and Fisheries Science University, Bidar. Very important topic, Vision 2025, Agriculture and Allied Sectors Viewpoint. We have India Vision 2020, Vision 2025, Vision 2030, and the later 2050. And this topic will motivate and galvanize the participants watching over telecast through facebook.com, Shobhit University India, youtube.com/Shobhit University in, or linkedin.com/company/Shobhit University for establishing agri-nutrition food crop enterprises at Gram Panchayat level to promote and sustain vocal for local to make it global mission. I would like to also mention that India's farming community comprises of about 14.5 crores operational holders, of which 85% farmers have small and marginal size operational holdings. Smart irrigated farming, rainfed farming, smart tribal farming, and smart hill farming. We have 22,000 primary fisher cooperative societies, which needs to be digitally enabled, which has had members of about something like 30 lakhs members. And we also have 1 lakh primary agriculture cooperative societies. These are all, they have to become like a startups to help them. Let us unlock the opportunities in India at the earliest by involving experts like Dr. Shivakumar Magada. Let me introduce the guest speaker to the audience. Mr. Manish, can you put the profile? Profile of Dr. Shivakumar Magada. Dr. Shivakumar Magada, Professor and Dean in the College of Fisheries, Mangalore, has more than 26 years of academic experience and 2 years as aquaculture consultant, industrial experience. He has handled about 27 projects, published 17 research papers, conducted 51 training programs. He has written 120 plus popular articles, 18 books, 15 plays, and delivered 357 plus guest talks covering 44,835 plus people. His specialization includes agriculture, aquaculture, aquatic ecology, biodiversity, awards and biodiversity. He received very important awards and recognition. National Chanakya Award 2015 from Public Relations Council of India on 13 March 2015 for contribution towards professional industry society. Dr. Abdul Kalam Lifetime Achievement Award 2017 from Christ Foundation, Bangalore, for the contribution in the field of science on 5th November 2017. Environmentalist of the year 2015 by International Foundation for Ecology and Environment. He has been associated with various professional bodies, advisory committee member, NITI University MSME Business Incubation Center, Advisory Committee member, PACE Business Incubation Center, Advisory Board of Studies member, Roshini Nilaya School of Social Work, Mangalore, Editor-in-Chief, Journal of Aquaculture, Fisheries and Fish Science, and he has done a special achievement. He has established a new research station called Center for Applied Research on Problematic Soils. His vision is to promote science for eradicating hunger, to promote more Dr. Shivakumar Magada with Bachelor of Fisheries Science from University of Agriculture Science, Bangalore, and Master of Fisheries Science and PhD from Karnataka Veterinary Animal and Fisheries Sciences University, Bidar. We welcome you, sir, to the National Webinar Series and Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Topic, Vision 2025, Agriculture and Allied Sectors Viewpoint. Over to you, sir, for your address. Thank you.
Are you seeing my slides, sir?
Just
okay.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Yeah, please proceed.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to speak on Vision 2025 Agriculture and Allied Sectors Viewpoint. In fact, our country, India, it is not one country. It is as equivalent as 30 countries in the world in terms of area. So we are united. It is 30 countries with 3.28 million square kilometers and 157 million hectares of arable land and producing 306 million tons of food grain annually, all-time highest. In last 65 years, India could increase its food production by 5 times, meat production by 10 times, horticultural crop production by 9.6 times, fish production by 15 times, and egg production by 48 times. In spite of this, though we are producing 306 million tons of food grains, all-time highest, and we have set a target of achieving 350 million tons by 2025, India is suffering from hunger. Out of 138 crores of population in India, 20 crores of people are suffering from hunger, direct hunger, and another 30 to 35 crores of people are suffering from hidden hunger. So this is where we have long way to go. Future threat to the humankind is not diseases. Future threat to the humankind is not diseases. It is not even war. It will be future threat to the country is hunger and sheer crush of humanity. They will be the greatest challenges, hunger and sheer crush of humanity. We have a greater role to play. We must use our knowledge, science to eradicate hunger and uphold the human values. We have to uphold the human values and eradicate hunger using our science knowledge. Enough science is already known to the humankind. Enough science is already known to the humankind. Even if you stop doing research for next 10 years, nothing will going to happen. Enough science is already known. But how we translate this existing knowledge base into reality is our challenge. How we harness the beauty of the science is our challenge. My dear friends, next few slides you'll understand the agriculture sector from different perspectives. Though I'm a fisheries man, I worked in the University of Agriculture Sciences for 17 years. Now I'm in the Animal University. I worked with the farmers for almost 5 years in 58 years. I was trying to promote aquaculture as a treatment, and I selected 8 districts to study the concepts of doubling the farmer's income. So that's where I have understood this concept. Here it goes. Look at the facts and figures of FAO. 14.5% of the population, I said 20 crores, that is out of 138. Look at the children malnourished. 1 in 4 are malnourished. 3,000 children die every year from the food diet. So now, from food to, we need to move to quality food, safe food. So that's why uh, producing enough food is not enough. You need to produce more quality food. So we are happy. India is doing well in terms of milk. We are top. We are first. Papaya, jute, ginger, banana, mango, millet, cotton, cattle population, fish production, all that is fine. But I am not happy because India is doing well because of the vastness of the country. If you look at the countries who are doing well,
Mr.
with,
Magada, can you put the
to other
previous
crops,
slide? Mr. Magada, can you put the previous slide?
yeah, yeah.
I think certainly. Just 1 minute.
So now, if you look at the countries who are doing well with the other crops like garlic, potato, sugarcane, egg, wheat, look at the productivity difference. If you believe the science, the principles of science is same for the entire world, there is no separate science for Australia, America. Science is the same. If they can achieve 40 tons of rice or 200 tons of sugarcane, even India can achieve. But we need to follow the same principles, procedures followed by them. What is the average paddy production in India? It's about 25 quintals per acre for 4 months. I'm talking about the Karnataka average paddy production. Whereas China produces 40 to 60 quintals only by maintaining nutrients and water and land level. That is possible even in the country. So that's why look at the last column. India must move from production to productivity, and it is achievable. This potential need, if they can achieve, we can also achieve because India is blessed with so much of fertile land, so much of water, so much of aquatic resources, 8,200 kilometers of coastline, you know, 1.97 lakh kilometers of rivers, 3.15 million hectares of ponds and lakes, 2.35 million hectares of ponds and lakes, and 3.15 million hectares of reservoirs, 2 million hectares of brackish water. So, in terms of aquatic resources, it is plenty. In terms of arable land, 157 million hectares of arable land, which is arable means which is fit for agriculture, and we have 70 to 80 million hectares of irrigated land. Earlier it was 50. Because of the advancement in science and technology, because of the drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, the area under irrigation is increased to 70 to 80 million hectares. But if we are progressing, definitely India has done well. I told you, we have increased food production by 5 times. Now what we are producing 306, but it can do much more than this. Look at this. Major problems in agriculture sector, they were there 50 years ago. Even now, the issues remain the same. They may be the magnitude and the intensity might have changed. Poor land holding is the major issue. But the similar kind of problems faced by many other countries, but they solved it through community farming concepts. But in India, husband and wife living together is a giant family. Now, the community farming issue. In Sweden, there was an issue. It's a small country where they invest 4% of their GDP towards research, where we are investing 0.8 to 1% of our GDP towards research. Sweden solved the poor landholding issue by framing a suitable policy where if you have a land, you cannot, and if you have 4 children, you cannot divide your land among your 4 children. You can, one of them or all of them can take up agriculture which that land is suitable for. They can only share the revenue, not the land. If they leave the land fallow for 2 years, it will be confiscated. It will be taken over by the government. So one single policy solved the issue. Poor capital. India, yes, though there are many banks said that they give a lot of banks, a lot of loans, subsidies, but still people do not have money and they have a stringent guidelines, and definitely the people who have money, more money, they get more subsidies, more support. But poor people, 85% of the farmers, they do not have the access to the banks, loans, subsidies. It is not user friendly, though we claim it is not no, farmer friendly. Things are getting better. I'm happy. And scarcity of labor for agriculture operations. Everybody is trying to escape the value of sweat. In a country with 138 crores of people, 1.38 billion people, how can we say that we are scarcity for labor? People are not ready to work in the arts. Everybody wants white collar jobs, safe jobs. So that is the problem. It's a conceived problem. Problematic soils due to continuous usage of same land for same purpose, excessive usage of water, excessive usage of nutrients, monocropping. 9.3 million hectares out of 70 million hectares of irrigated land, 9.3 million hectares, 18 to 20% of the agricultural land is totally unfit for agricultural activities. We cannot leave 9 million hectares of land which is totally unfit or no productive. And the area under problematic soil is increasing because of our mismanagement. It's a global issue. It is called white plague in agriculture because when you use more water, it percolates down and all the salts will come up. They settle in the top. And Argentina at 33% of agricultural land is said to be saline and alkaline. Bangladesh, Pakistan, in all command areas all over the world, the soils are becoming saline, alkaline. If we don't address those issues, we will face acute shortage for food. Non-adoption of scientific pest disease management. Science is available, but for various reasons, people are unable to adopt this techniques. Imbalanced nutrient application. In fact, people are smart, over smart. Either they apply less or more. In fact, in areca farming, they use Bordeaux solvent. It is very simple chemical compound used for last 150 years, but still either they use more or less. They use excess of lime, excess of nutrients, thinking that they need more crop and micronutrient. In fact, we have a fertilizers common for entire nation. We have to come out with region specific nutrients. The Uttar Pradesh may not require so much of K, so much of N because it is already humus. All fertile nutrient comes from the top of the Himalayas, deposited in the Uttar Pradesh, Bidar, and West Bengal. That's why those soils are highly productive with highest carbon, organic carbon. But when you apply for 30, 40, 20 NPK, they may not require so much of N. Already more of N is there. So we need to come out with region-specific nutrients. Micronutrient deficiency. Take it from me. I live in the coastal zone, zone 10 of Karnataka, where we receive 4,000 millimeters of rain and acidic soils, and people do not know how to use the zinc. These soils are deficient in zinc, and only by applying 2 kg of zinc per acre, the paddy yield was increased significantly. So, there are many other nutrients like boron, such other things. Lack of knowledge and value addition. In fact, we are producing plenty, but we are importing ketchup from other countries. Tomato, we are throwing on the roads for not getting price, but we are getting ketchup from other countries. Jackfruit, 80% of the jack that is produced in the coastline is discarded or not harvested. Jack, scarcity of input seeds, like goat farming is profitable, but we don't have the certified baby goat suppliers. There is one reservation at Agra that is not sufficient for the entire nation. And fish seed. available in plenty, and of course it is transported all over the country from West Bengal, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, fine. But still, untimely availability, proximity issues are there. Wild animals. In fact, very recently, the peacock population is increased, monkey population increased. Now people are talking about peacock park, animal park. According to the Indian law, no such parks are allowed. You have to protect your crop by any means. And of course, we have entered all the forests, we have taken their food, shelter. That's why man and animal conflicts are increasing, and it will be more in the days to come. So we need, but solutions are there at cost. And migration of youngsters, of course, because of the COVID, more than 8 to 10 crores of people have been displaced. People went back to their native place. They are looking for newer jobs, but they are unwilling to take up the low paid job. They don't want to work under the sun. They are looking for better jobs. Unfortunately, the job market is too low because of the COVID. The entire sector, all the sectors are performing at a sea level. So there is a serious conflict of jobs, non-availability of jobs, industry absorption is less. That's why definitely it will cause other social issues. Middleman, yes, middleman is the serious issue. In fact, the national agriculture policy was opposed not by the real farmers. It was only by the middleman. Of course, it's a democratic country. I cannot say anything. Wonderful law was opposed because of the middleman. But unfortunately, politicians spoke about this, journalists spoke about this, except scientists, everybody gave their idea. We didn't speak at the right time, at the right place. Scarcity of fodder. Animal production is going on so well, but in fact, in many places, growing fodder is profitable than growing paddy. So cattle population, yes, we have 30 crores of cattle population, but if you look at the milk yield, it is too less because we don't have no organized fodder production. So now, learned misleading India. This is very important point, friends. Zero budget natural farming. Look at those 4 words, all wrong set of words. In budget, there is nothing called zero. Wrong combination. Farming itself is unnatural. So that's why zero budget natural farming is a wrong set of words proposed by someone. Organic farming, yes, it is good, but India, even now it is suffering with hunger. This country cannot adopt organic farming fully. Happily, people who are capable of handling, people who are capable of selling their produce, people who are capable of purchasing, it's fine. Happily 8 to 10% or 10 to 15% of area can be organic farming, but that is not the solution for this country. Millions, because we need to take care of the people who, see, when you don't have food, how can you think of safe food? First, the food. Now, next is the quality food. So, I am talking about the hungry part of the world, and organic foods are very costly. Production will be less, productive will be less. Definitely, the price will be more, and it will reach the rich people. Just to reach the smaller portion of the rich people, we cannot starve the hungriest part of the hungry people in the country. Farmers Bill 2020, I said it, wonderful bill was opposed. So I cannot say anything. It's a democratic country. The number decides the things, fine. Duplication of research in the country, though we are investing 0.85% of the GDP on research, out of this 0.85% GDP money invested, 90% of the research is duplication. People are doing research for livelihood. Research on livelihood is fine, but research for livelihood is dangerous. Wrong policy. Degrees with poor skill. So now, if we don't handle this, we cannot understand the agriculture sector separately. So education is a tree. Teaching, research, and extension education. Extension education experts will bring the solution, issues, problems from the field. Scientists will do the research. based on the issues, problems that are faced by our problems. We should not do the research based on hypothesis. Hypothesis based research, okay, 5 to 10% is fine, basic research, but it should be issue based. India, our country cannot afford to do hypothesis based research. We cannot do research for 50 years. And the researchers will do research based on the issues, problems, and that will go to teaching, and that will go to the farmers. But unfortunately, people are busy in producing junk knowledge base, publishing, but nothing is seen in the field, or very less. And people are smart. Farmers are smart. They straight away reject because everybody can understand money. You understand sense, but they understand money. So teaching must be based on research. Research must be based on extension education. So now, why extension has to be reformed? Because it is huge population, declining crop yields, and new pests and diseases. Earlier, many diseases were there. Corona was not there. Fragmentation of land, changing demography, increased cost of production, number of qualified teachers for scientists. This changed. Compartmentalization. There are 20 departments in the any development, any state. There are 20 to 25 developmental departments. You go and ask for the water resources data, they will give you 20 different sets. Because we work in a compartment. About the India's water resources you ask, you get 20 different sets from 20 different departments. But we must have one country, one data. Poor vision. We don't have a target. We don't, poor vision. Inadequate infrastructure. You want to do so many things. But with compromised infrastructure, you get compromised. Poor technical competency. Knowing your weakness is the strength. But unfortunately, everybody wants to prove that they are bright, they are intelligent. But the issues remain the same. And it is, of course. So now, this is what I was referring to the extension officers. The monthly progress report of the farmers, online, all things are happening. Okay, I will skip this. Okay. So now, look at this. Out of 7.7 billion people, digital platform usage of the mobile has increased very significantly. So 4.54 billions of people have access to the phone. So now the knowledge is plenty, information is plenty. So now we are still busy in teaching numbers. If we are just teaching the numbers, that is not the science. It is history. We must teach the people to create new knowledge. The purpose of science is organized thinking, organized curiosity, logical thinking, appreciating others' knowledge. That's why we need to move. That's what the Shobhit University is doing wonderful work through digital media. We can reach lakhs and lakhs of people. If I take the same class in my classroom, I can reach only 40 people. The information is the same. The same information can reach the entire world. Now, we need to change our work style. We need to work in a team. There are 67 agricultural universities in the country, 997 universities in the country, general universities. If we don't work in a team, we will be repeating the same. Understanding that documentation and record keeping. In the entire country, we are dealing with wrong data. With wrong data, you cannot come out with right strategy. First, this country needs to upgrade all the data. And things are getting better. I'm happy. And cross-learning, measurement and calculation, all that is fine. Okay. If you don't upgrade your skill, not only in education or in the field, you'll be nowhere. That's all. So now, look at this simple phrase. Why I'm showing you. We must understand what is not said. Look at this fish. It is laterally compressed. It means it moves in flowing water. Mouth is superior. It means it is pelagic fish. It lives in the upper strata of the water. Light, dark, and white bands. It means it lives in a vegetative area. Small stomach. It means it is carnivorous. Normally, ornamental fishes are from upstreams. Upstream means more oxygen, less carbon dioxide, low temperature. They live anywhere, but they breed only in acidic water because acidic waters and upstream waters are very clear. They see and eat. Some fishes they smell and eat. Some fishes they touch and eat. Without doing research, so many things can be understood, and we have to jump into the action. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. So now, it doesn't matter how many resources we have if we don't know how to use them. Plenty of aquatic resources, plenty of land, plenty of science, plenty of scientific issues. India has all the solutions for the above said problems, but we need to connect the dots. Hidden issues. The average income of a family of 4 with 2.5 acres, it is 1.5 lakh per annum. It works out to be 3,125 rupees per person per month. Agriculture labor is richer than the agriculture farmer. In 17 countries, the average income of a family is less than 20,000 rupees. In 17 countries, it is recorded. In 17 countries of our country, the average family income is less than 20,000 rupees. So, non-working agriculturists, people say they claim that they're agriculture, but they don't work. Non-residential agriculture, many people are, because of the brain drain, for better job, they go out, they earn better money, they come back, purchase agricultural land, and they don't do agriculture. They take up non-residential agriculture is the issue. In last 10 years, I am giving the example of my state, my district. In last 10 years, more than 23,000 acres of paddy land has been converted to areca, layout, occupied for industrial activities. People are leaving agriculture. Everyone is feeling that agriculture is not profitable, including me. Me from agriculture university, I am saying agriculture is not profitable. To make it profitable, you have to understand the scale. You have to bring science. You have to bring economics. Stringent guidelines and slow process in giving schemes and initiatives. Now, there are new schemes in all departments, veterinary, dairy, fisheries. If you apply now, March 3rd week, you will get the subsidy. You may get or you may not get. People are not aware of their own skills. From their own department, they do not. We have to educate them in many instances. Dealing with wrong data. Read it. And look at this. More than 2 crores of people have displaced. It is only rough estimate. It may be more. So now, this is the introduction. Now we need to think differently. There are solutions. So now, entire country is thinking of, it was started in 2018, thinking of doubling the farmers' income by 2022. So now, for doubling the farmers' income, production need not be doubled. It has to be regulated. And technology alone will not help the farmers to earn more money. That's why from agriculture we need to move to smart agriculture. If the government can take care of the forward linkage and support services in marketing, it can abandon all the schemes and support systems and earn more money. Government can earn more money based on the cost of production. Government can even purchase sugarcane and store it in a cold storage, tomato. And if Delhi market requires 10 tons of tomato, it can release 9.8 tons of tomato per day so that it can regulate the price throughout the year. Supply demand chain can be defied. You can defy when you intervene professionally, technically. Look at this. We selected 8 villages in 8 different districts of Karnataka to study about the new strategies in doubling the farmers' income through land leveling, nutrient management, soil test, all that. But out of curiosity, I brought 742 farmers from 8 districts and examine their health in Manipal Medical College, KMC Kasturba Medical College, but 51% of the people have pesticides in their urine, 34% are anemic, 35% are diabetic, 743% was me who got the health examined. 29% of the people have blood pressure and 84% and above they have the side problem. They did not know that they have a side problem. So then I recommended the government, in order to increase the doubling the farmers' income, it is not soil health, it is not yielding variety. The farmers' health has to be insured. The farmers are not healthy. Unless they are healthy, they cannot perform better. So this is the key element. First, farmers' health have to be insured, health insurance. And look at these issues. Since I am from a fisheries background, I am just showing you this figure. This is how our foods are handled. This is the squid, octopus kind of animal. This is how people are handling. And we talk about quality, hygiene and all. So even now, this is how it is handled. So now, for doubling the farmers' income, I'm telling you, if they can change the process, they can sell the same produce for better price. This is how it is served in the hotels. So that's why we should know the history of our food. Otherwise, we will become history. So this is what ironic picture I show since last 10 years. From both pictures are from Mangalore. We are selling the wine, whiskey, chappals in a sophisticated palaces, not the places, palaces. But this is how we are selling our foods on the roads, drinks on the roads. So can't we change the entire management system? Don't we have the money? Ola has invested only 4 crores and earning 40 lakhs every day from Bangalore. Don't our government have for 10 crores invest, come out with government package? A Dila, Pela, whatever it is. And this is how dry fishes are sold. And we are selling the dog foods in such a MAP pack, modified atmospheric package, pedigree, meow. But we are selling the human foods like this with all fungus, E. coli, fecal coliform. And I propose the government to establish solar dryers in selected places because farmers cannot afford to go for this. When we can use solar dryers for drying chilies and grapes, even for drying fishes, we can use solar dryers and it can be charged based on volume, weight, whatever it is. And look at our challengers. Our own tomato, our own cucumber, but it will become Italian pizza. We are paying 300 to 500 rupees, but still we are bargaining with our local farmers for 2 rupees, 3 rupees. Look at our competitors, KFC, McDonald's. We need to brand our food. Modernization means not accepting their food. We have to take the science principles and brand our food. And now, I propose this to the government of Karnataka to come out with special agriculture economic zone and green army. See, there are so many unemployed youth. Just bring them on platform, something like Ola, Uber, give them quotes. They don't have to come and wait on the roads for looking for jobs. Whenever you need 50 farmers, 50 laborers, you will send the message and you charge 600 rupees. If you charge 600 rupees per labor, for handling the people, you take 100 rupees. Only if you can handle 500 laborers from the labor platform or service platform, human service platform, even if you charge 50 rupees, if you can handle 500 people, you make 10 lakhs net profit per month. Branded outlets for selling our produce. There are some government agencies like Ofcom, Horticulture Crop Produce Marketing System, something like that. It is only hard box. There is no science in it. Like Cafe Coffee Day, CCD, the government has to come out with modern sales outlets with completely based on the scientific management system. Common storage facilities. fixing the price based on the scientific research. So middleman should not fix the price based on supply. Based on cost of production, the government should fix on promotion of ancillary agriculture. It's happening now. Okay. So now I will not escape by telling only the problems. Everybody knows about the problems. These are my solutions. Small holding is the major issue in the entire nation. 85% of the people are small and marginal. For small holding, solutions are community farming, contract farming, network marketing, integrated farming system, creative marketing, and we have no other lot. No other magic will work. Green Army already said this. If you can organize fund unemployed youths, charge 50 rupees per day, one can earn 10 lakhs per month. Government can do this. Government is organized. Private unemployed youths can do this. Poor capital. So we need to educate the bankers to increase agriculture term loan, IFS, creative marketing. During free time, farmers should work for others and manpower sharing. Low yield. For low yield, land leveling, water management, soil test and scientific farming, right cropping pattern, contact with scientists, maintain data, and no other magic. Middleman. Look at the last sentence. If you are deceived by the same man twice, maybe you are worth it. So that's why the government of India is trying to promote FPOs. When you can organize, third party will not come. 300 years back, Portuguese came here, British came here. If you don't organize, again Europeans will come in different formats. Already in the name of GATT, WTO, they are there. You cannot ban the Chinese products, but if you are organized, if you are aware, in spite of WTO and GATT, we can delineate from them from market. Organize among your clusters, pre-process your produce, look for new and innovative markets, harvest your food. Customers can come, harvest their food, and we charge them premium price. Farm stay, direct marketing to residents. There are schools with 3,000, 10,000 people. Sell the produce to the residential schools. So look at this. Kiwi fruit, one of the wastest fruit. We are paying 2,070, 200, 270 to 350 rupees per kilo. If you look at the health benefit, it is just water and citrus. We get it plenty in lime, amla. But look at the way they market it. We don't get the kiwi fruit from our Arunachal Pradesh. Before that, the New Zealand kiwi is here. Tamarind, Thailand tamarind is here. But our Karnataka and Tamil Nadu tamarind is wasted. Look at the tamarind box. Look at the California apple. They started wrapping the apple with foam wrap and say that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Nothing like that. It is another ordinary fruit. But the way they marketed it. But still we are selling our papaya with the newspaper. Of course, now people are wrapping the Goa with foam wrap. So we must copy all good things. So then I copied the concept of foam wrap. So the apple, same thing was wrapped. Earlier, the papaya was wrapped with newspaper, and the cost of production of this red lady papaya was, one of my farmer was growing in 4 acres. The cost of production was 9 rupees 50 paisa. Middlemen were asking for 12 rupees. But after wrapping with the foam, it was sold for 30 rupees. The marginal investment was 90 paisa per foam. So this is what the smart agriculture. This is what the ancillary agriculture. There were fruits which used to be ripen on the plant itself. We used to select them and we started selling the cut fruits in the cups. 25 rupees for 25 grams means 100 rupees per kilo. Whereas in the market, you get it for 40. The farm gate value is only 12 rupees. So this is what I tried through my KVK and it is running successfully. Look at this market in Mangalore. Every day I see that place. But by giving them, forget about the cold chain, by giving them just a display stand will change the scenario. They can sell the same produce for increased price. See, this is a picture from Bangalore in front of Banashankari. We are selling the greens coriander on the roads. If we can keep the coriander in a physiological solution in upright position, we can keep it for a week. That's what my mother used to practice. She used to keep the coriander mint in the water with little salt. So, things, yes, this is where the unemployed youth can come out with prototypes and sell the idea for the nation. And this is my proposition. This is container made green shop for selling vegetables. Solar is there. 60% of area is for storage. You don't farmer customers need not touch the vegetable. Only through translates they can select the vegetables. Wherever they see this green shop, people said buy the vegetables. If you can sell 200 kgs of vegetables, 200 kgs of fruits, you can make, and 100 outlets can make 28 crores of business net profit. And this is my proposition for selling fish. Why I am proposing container ones? Because if the business doesn't happen at one particular place, it can be shifted to another place. That's all idea. So further I said, Napier, CO4, CO3, the improved varieties of grass. In the Mangalore region, coastal Karnataka, people are getting 12 quintals of rice, which is totally they are under loss. By taking up paddy farming, they go under loss about 30,000, 20,000 per season per acre. But still they are doing it. But if they grow this fodder, they get 350 to 400 tons of yield, and they can sell it for 4 to 6 rupees. They can make 1 to 2 lakhs of net profit by growing fodder. And stall fed goat farming is good, but still the supplier of baby goat is limited. So this is what my proposition, Project Raita. Raita means farmer in Kannada. Rental agriculture implements, tools and accessories. In the lines of Ola and Uber, see, there are many different types of tools, machineries we use in agriculture. They are used only for 50 days. They kept idle for another 300 days. So farmers should be able to rent the tools, machineries and earn additional income. So government can come out with some software with agreed upon terms. People can share their machineries and earn income. So finally, my last proposition is 9 points that can sustain agriculture in India. No fragmentation of land. You are not supposed to divide your land among your children. Your children, all your children or one of them should take agriculture only, and they can share the revenue. No fallow. Your land should not be fallow. You may not be able to do it, but these are the solutions. You should not leave fallow. If your land is fallow for 2 years, government can take over. That's what my claim is. Cancel all subsidies and incentives. Scientific minimum support price, and buy all the produce by paying 8 to 15% of the profit. National registry of farmers, region specific chemical fertilizers, green army, insurance of crops and the farmers, and online transaction. Of course, it's happening now. So finally, if you want to change anything, we should have the vision, values, strategy, resources, capability, motivation, and feedback. If you can have these 7 ingredients, anything we can change. Not necessarily the country, even at our home, if we can manage this, you'll be a very successful man. If you don't have vision, if you don't have vision, you'll be confused. If you don't have values, you'll be corrupt. If you don't have strategy, you'll be diffused. If you don't have resources means not necessarily the money. It is knowledge. You'll be frustrated. If you don't have capability, you will be fatigued. If you don't have motivation, you'll crawl. If you don't have feedback, you will doubt. Thank you very much for listening to me. Now I am open for the questions. The floor is open for discussion.
out from the presentation mode.
Okay, okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's very nice. I was quite impressed, and I'm very happy to host today this talk because you have come out with very important, strategies that I'm very happy. I have been, I have been with the sector from 1987 onwards when I was given the responsibility to go for giving the project documents for evolving district information system program in 1987 in 512 districts. That is called District Information System of NIC. I proposed 28 sectoral database development programs, which included agriculture, animal husbandry, and fisheries, and SC development, ST development, industries, health, and so on and so forth, and village level information system, which was presented in the 5 district collectors conference on that time, which was organized by the then Prime Minister, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. Then, I was quite impressed by your last but one slide. Last slide is thank you, but all your slides are very important, and that you didn't speak like a person working in an
University.
agricultural college, but you talked as a man with a vision. So you wanted to manage the change, and you very rightly said it that this is what a teacher has to tell the people. You also said it that the teaching should be based on research. The research should be based on extension education. It's very nicely, it's a tree. It can become a banyan tree. It can become a people tree. It can become any tree. It should become a forest. It should not become like a wood. Tree should not become a wood. And you very nicely put it. And I'm very happy that today I was able to understand the issues which you put it very thoroughly. And it is, you said it in your some of your one that if you look at Dr. Shivakumar, he will not feel like that.
Be a pessimist.
He will not feel that he is a pessimist. He is an optimist.
If you know me, you can't be a pessimist.
Every scientist, I always used to say,
Optimist.
every scientist has to be an optimist. An optimist need not be always successful.
Oh,
but pessimist will be failure. That is, I'm confident. I'm at the age of 68. I have seen it, and in my, as a technocrat, I'm not an agriculture scientist, but I took interest that to promote technology in rural India. That is 3 areas: agriculture, industry, and health is very important. And 95, I brought IT blueprint for agriculture sector, 15 informatics network program by organizing a very big conference at Vigyan Bhavan. We asked for 3 to 6% of the agriculture budget for IT in agriculture. With the help of Minister of Agriculture, the operationalization was done, AgMarkNet, AgriSnet, and so on and so forth, when internet was not even at the horizon. E-governance word was not pronounced. And then I saw that rural distress is taking place. We have to bring the rural youths back to agriculture from 95 onwards, from 87 onwards, how technology can help. You said it very nicely that people don't know the scheme. The agriculture is not known below the people working. Everything stops at district administration, and nobody wants to work with the agriculture farmers. And block level agriculture officers are not the Facebook for agriculture. They are not the Facebook for farmers. You have rural development officer, you have agriculture officer, you have animal husbandry officer, you have fisheries officer, you have an education officer, you have NABARD, bank officers. Everybody is working for, like you said it, that research is doing research is become a livelihood option for the people. And it is, I think that an ICAR is listening today's talk. The link has already gone to them. It is very important. And you also said it that I was, and that's why that I converted all my experience, project work, as an academic discipline called agricultural informatics. We have to convert our rural youth to get back to agriculture, and the COVID situation has proved it. You said it, about 8 crore people have gone back to villages, and they have land, and they have to be given this opportunity. That's why this is the first private university is established 5 centers of excellence to promote technology to the rural area. When I was made as a chief advisor IT in the Department of Agriculture, Cooperation, Farmer Welfare, and associated with the Doubling Farmers Income Committee report, that is Dr. Dalwai Committee, I was, asked to look into 2 volumes, volume 11 and volume 12B, and he was so considerate that even though it is volume 12 is science and technology for doubling farmers' income, but he made it that as a subdivision as 12B is that my contribution, digital technology in agriculture, 7 mission mode program. And you said it that farmer health is more important. That's why the last one is that integrated farm health management. I have been voicing from first talk I delivered in National Agriculture Science Congress at Lucknow in 2011. My talk has been published in the proceedings. And that's why I particularly put it that we have to have an integrated farm health management. Farmer health means human health, plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, and fish health, and environmental health. They're all verticals. This itself can, that's why, health informatics network value chain, I have launched it. And then fisheries informatics network value chain, another one, because this can generate a lot of employment opportunity. If there are 33 lakhs primary fisher, members are there in 22,000 primary fisher cooperative societies, which need to be digitalized. This can generate job for 63 lakh people in the value chain. So it means 1 crore employment opportunity, perishable commodity. And, I'm very happy that, you have, said it very nicely that the Center for Agricultural Informatics, e-Government Research Studies promote in agricultural informatics. We launched the MTech in agricultural informatics, PG diploma in agricultural informatics, BTech in agricultural informatics, and MBA in agribusiness management with a different, agenda, different way that how to make people as an entrepreneur. We are looking for one commodity value chain in every district to promote agri entrepreneurs. We are also promoting and trying to generate agri entrepreneurs, one agri deep tech startup in every Gram Panchayat. You very rightly said it, farm laws, very important. I was one of the 15 experts invited by the Honorable Defense Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh, and the Honorable Agriculture Minister, Mr. Tomarji, on 15th or 16th October 2020, when the farmer strike was going on. I told the Honorable Ministers that when I was involved in introducing systems, I was not having the support of legislative laws. Today, you have come out with the 3 farm laws. And with the 3 farm laws and 7 mission mode programs, it can facilitate to 2.25 lakh agri-tech startups in the country to help 14.5 operation holders. And this is what, and this the laws has to be, it will facilitate 85% of the small and marginal operation holders, and it is very important. And you said it that people didn't speak out, and it is but the farm laws have to come, in the same manner or in a revised format. And it is very essential to help us, 85% of the small and marginal farmers, even during the farmer strike. And the reason for having this national weekly webinar series is that to promote doubling farmers' income recommendation at the grassroots level. Agriculture officers don't know, they have not even seen one page, they have not even read one page of the Doubling Farmers' Income Committee report. How many even district agriculture officers? Even they know about it. Even Secretary Agriculture, state departments, Commissionerate of Agriculture, district agriculture officers, and even KVKs, even ATMA centers, and so on and so forth. Even many, this is very important that if India is an agrarian economy, doubling farmers committee recommendations has to be operationalized at every farm level and farmer level. It's very important, and your strategic solutions are very important. Let me, for the benefit of the farm, the audience, let me also repeat it. Let me read it out. That what you said it, that you talked about major problems in agriculture sector, very important: poor land holding, poor capital, scarcity of labor. You say the people are available, but they do not work. Now the technology facilitates them. Even that's why, that we would like to take agriculture, the rural students to get back to agriculture. Many courses have been organized it, and then problematic soil. And I should salute you for establishing a specialized center for research and to undertake research on problematic soil. If the soil is not healthy, because the minerals in soil controls the metabolism of the cells in human, animal and plant. If the soil is not healthy, uh, you know human cannot be healthy, plant cannot be healthy, and animal cannot be healthy. And then micronutrient deficiencies, we said that region specific nutrient deficiency has to be looked into it. Lack of knowledge and value addition. And this is, and we also put it very nicely that learned people are misleading India. It's a lot of discussion has to take place. I am very happy that today is the 72nd edition. Every week, Thursday 11 o'clock, with different people are asking. And the other day, chairman, All India Council of Technical Education came to chair a session, on after 54th edition. I conducted 2 webinar series, one on Thursday on doubling farmers' income, and Saturday on international webinar series on open source digital technology towards self-reliant India in association with African Asian Rural Development. That is, after 54, 108, they came when Professor Moni, as a former technocrat, and Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology, Deemed University, can do this knowledge sharing. And every week, why can't every university, 1,500 universities, and 42,000 colleges, higher educational institutions, and why can't they do it? They have research scholars, they have research students, and they have all benefits and so on and so forth. Why it is not happening? And I felt so very happy about it, that yes, as a former technocrat, I have an agenda, and I have to contribute what I feel and what is to be done. You have an internet, you have a laptop, you have an university platform, and what else is necessary? And people are there. People like Dr. Magada is ready to share his views with Professor Moni, and it goes without any edition. It is on live. It's live telecast. It's not edited. So it makes a lot of startups and research in the students would like to take up the problems, and I'm very happy about it. And then today, you said it very nicely that the education is a tree: teaching, research, and extension education. You also put it, teaching should be based on research. How many professors this is these teachers, they do research to help them teaching? Because nowadays everything is available, students are doing it, but still teacher is a teacher, teacher is a guru, and it is very important. And then you say that research is not the livelihood option. Research should be based on extension education, what the customer wants, producer wants. And China has got about more than 6.5 lakhs skill centers, and we have got only 650, 670 Krishi Vigyan Kendras, 14.5 crore operational holders. We have to have minimum 2.25 lakh skill centers in agricultural area, at least one in every gram panchayat. Next is that, then major problems, he talked about it, and then why extensions to be reformed. I have said it in the doubling farmers income. You have to go for extension 4.0. There are 12 boxes. Each one can be, I will send you the diagrams later to Dr. Magada, that you can also see that. And then you said it very nicely that the chappal versus fish, and that diagram has moved me. chappal, you can't eat it. You can wear that at the feet, at the bottom, which walks over soil, dirty water. But the thing is that the item which is should be eaten, which is nutrient, and you just to put it, you don't have even a meaning place to sell them. And this diagram is very important, that you shown the field chapel versus fish. I think this diagram should go to the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and the Dairy. It's very important. And then that you said it, that your green shop and your blue shop, I was really moved. And this has to be there everywhere for the rural youth to get a lot of opportunities. Problem one, problem two. Problem one, small holdings. You are giving strategic options, labor problems, and then if one can organize 500 unemployed youths and charge 50 rupees per day, he can earn rupees 10 lakh a month. And it is why how to prove it. And why I am repeating all those things is that how the Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Government Research Studies and Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies of this university and College of Fisheries, Dr. Shivakumar Magada, can work together to bring in, to operationalize what has been discussed in this webinar series today. There is the 72nd one, how we can realize it and tell the country that this 72nd edition of this national webinar series, we have revisited the Vision 2025, and this is what is needed. Scrap all the subsidies, and you make what the farmer, you let the farmer produce based on science and technology, and make them marketable with the remunerative prices. It should be sold. It should be it should be processed. It should move from the place of production as a processed product with the branded value. It's very important. And you also showed it, that to prove it, that various diagrams which you put it, that in other places, even tamarind, even papaya, even many other things, how it comes out to the market, how multinational organized companies are making money out of it. Why can't we? Why our agricultural produce go as a dead body? Fish goes from Andhra Pradesh to Guwahati with the formalin laid. And this is very important. You also talked about strategies to make agriculture sustainable and profitable. Not only sustainable, profitable. And then you said it's specialized agriculture economic zone, green army, branded outlet, storage facility, fixing the price phase to say as scientific basis, and promotion of ancillary agriculture. Problem one, problem two, problem three, problem four, problem five, and then also that this is, and then coriander, putting on the road. It is we have to say that why such things are happening. And the fodder, commercial processing of fodder, is a game changer in dairy industry. And like in the bovine animal, is that whether it is cyclone or drought or rainy season, it gives milk. But the thing is that doesn't get food, fodder. And like a public distribution system is made for a common man to get, government gives as a free subsidy, free ration to the people. And the time has come that we should give a nutritious fodder to all the bovine animal, which gives money every day, morning and evening, to the farmer, resource poor farmer. It's very important. And then, and you also talked about 9 points for sustainable agriculture and profitable agriculture in India. And let us see that, and also see that managing the change. You said it, that you should have a vision, value, and that strategy, and like that it's very important. That is, we talked about 7 values, 7 parameters, and it has to be operationalized at the grassroots level. So my request is that I would like to get from you, hear from you, that how the 2 centers of excellence of the Soviet Institute of Engineering Technology and Dr. Shivakumar Magada and College of Fisheries and your vast experience, how we can make a journey together to make the rural students to get into agriculture, to consider agriculture is a preferred option career for them to become millionaire. $12 billion worth of agriculture waste are getting generated every year, but they are not converted the waste into wealth. And fisheries is an important thing. Fisheries informatic value chain, and then various value chain agriculture commodities very important. Thank you very much, Dr. Magada. I would like to hear from you that what should be your action point for these centers of excellence and your institute and you. Over to you.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, for giving this opportunity. I request you to send the proposal to have an MOU with our university. That will take 30 days of time. We have a MOU committee, and definitely we can sign an MOU for research collaboration, student exchange program. Your students can come here, our students can come there. Later, directly to get into the field, we will identify the graduates or postgraduates from your university from different regions and give them a different DPR. We'll link them to different schemes from Agriculture Department, either Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana from Fisheries. There are huge financial support from the Government of India. I will give the complete DPR free of cost. We will give the complete hand holding. Whatever I said, the modern outlet, already one or two already established in Karnataka. Mobile vans are established. I am just explaining the concept with spreadsheet. People will understand money. No PowerPoint. I will take them to the field. The farmers will speak the success stories. So likewise, we will identify 10 to 15 people for different teams and give them idea, give them technology, give them subsidy, and we'll see that they run the business successfully, and we will take 1 full year or 2 full year financial cycles on the bank statement, and we'll speak the money, sir. So when we speak money, people don't doubt us. So straight away we need to act. Enough thinking is already done. Enough knowledge is already there. Now we have to move out of our rooms, out of our comfort, and show it on the field. And we'll put our logo on every project, Shobhit and KVFAC. We will monitor entire thing right from ground zero implementation to successfully running the show. Symbolically, we'll take 5, 6 different teams. One vegetable shop, one fish shop, another pre-processing unit. Likewise, we'll show the process that it works. Then it can be upscaled to any level. When we speak the business plan for 5 years, 3 years, definitely we can bring investors. So it can be upscaled to any level. Like Chai Wala is doing 500 crores of business. So we must change our thinking. We must change our technology. We must change our scale. If you can understand MSc, minimum scale of economy, people have failed in understanding all those things. Minimum scale of economy, you must understand. When you do it at scale, everything is profitable. The scale we have to understand. Some businesses cannot be scaled down, and some technologies cannot be implemented with compromise concept. Suppose if you require 10 minutes of energy to produce food for 10 people, for 3 people it will not be 3 units, it will be 8 units. So likewise, let us not compromise with concept, ideology. Straight away through your Center for Agriculture Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, I will link them to Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada since I am from the fisheries. There are 58 different schemes. Depending on their resource type, ideology, interest, I link them to schemes, and we will find out the scheme from Department of Agriculture. We will come out with prototype in a selected places, show the process regarding product handling, regarding business, regarding finance, regarding profit, benefit, cost ratio, IRR. From all angles, we will show the process that change approach will be much more profitable. Then we'll bring the investors, talk to them, we'll make the people to speak about the money. Then investors will come. They may take it to the next level. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, sir.
Very important that this type of collaboration, cooperations, and connectivity are essential for reaching the grassroots level. And I'm very happy. Let us work together and also see to that, this fisheries value chain or and whatever you are talking about it, that is very important. The ideas which you have talked about today, let us make it as a as a realizable item, the agenda at the grassroots level through various concepts like entrepreneurship, agripreneurship, startups, and then capacity building, competence building, development, and so on and so forth. Let us work together. Let us sign an MOU between your the College of Fisheries and the Soviet Institute of Engineering Technology, and let us march ahead. And I'm very happy that if the we should become a tree. I am very happy that it's very important. That slide itself is very important, and every week I will quote this slide that the National Webinar Series and doubling farmers' income by 2022 is promotes and wants to establish tree. Tree means that teaching based on research and research based on extension education. And it is not vertical, it is interlinked. It's like a 17 sustainable development goals. It's all interlinked. It's very important. So with this, I thank from my bottom of my heart and for your wonderful address. And I should thank Mr. Senthil Kumar. He gave your reference to me, I think maybe about 4 to 5 months back. And, I thank him also. And he is also one of the very good, he's one among many inspirers, to me. I take a lot of values and also try to operationalize and try to put it in the value chains. Very important. Let us do something that let us promote, informatics as a ingredient for various development. And
Yes.
in this College of Fisheries and the Center for Agricultural Informatics, let us try to introduce fisheries informatics as a discipline. Fisheries informatics as a discipline. I have also established a fisheries informatics network value chain. Dr. Jana, Deputy Director General Fisheries, is also a member of this value chain. Dr. Was, former Director, ICR Central Institute, Inland Fisheries Research Institute, former Vice Chancellor, Tamil Nadu Fisheries University, Professor Bhaskaran. They're all members of this value chain. And Professor Vincent Jnana Prakasam from Manoormani Sundarnar University. He is also members of that. We are trying to bring out that how that various entrepreneurs can be developed using blockchain technology, informatics value chain, and so on and so forth. So with that, I would like to I thank you and for making this program
Thank you.
very successful. And let us try to have as a joint venture of fisheries informatics network value chain, and also diploma and certificate and MTech level fisheries informatics as a discipline to be launched, to be offered from this centers of excellence as a joint collaborative of College of Fisheries, Mangalore, and the Soviet Institute of Engineering and Technology, Meerut. With that, I thank everybody, and I would like to close the webinar and leave studio. Thank you very much. Thank you.